Hi, this is Frank Shamrock, MMA legend, UFC superstar, and you're listening to MMA Crib Fighting Talk.
Gregory Stone, MMACrib.com. On today's show, we have Pannie Kianzad. Pannie is set to fight Agnieszka Nietris at Cage Warriors 74 in London, England, for a chance to become the first ever Cage Warriors Women's Bantamweight Champion. With that, welcome to the show, Pannie.
Hey, what's up?
Now, Pannie, Agnieszka, now I understand you wanted to fight her for quite a while, actually.
Yeah.
Before you was even part of the Cage Warriors roster. Could you tell me that is correct and the reason why you wanted to fight for so long?
Well, I've heard a lot about her, and that she's a huge talent and a big prospect. So before I made my Cage Warriors debut, I actually asked for her, but I thought it would be the best to make my debut first, get a win, and hopefully get a shot at the title.
Now, when I had you on the quiz about 8 weeks back, we mentioned about the tweets, the bit back and forth between you. Could you tell us what was said there and how it all got started? I understand that you said you got your wish. It was a long time ago, so I've not read up on the tweets, but from what I can recall, you got your wish, now I'm going to break your arm or something. It was something along those lines, but could you tell us what you said?
Oh fuck! I don't remember those tweets. Those be all tweets. I had a good tweet day. No, I don't know. It was when the fight was official. It was like she told me I would regret it, and I'm like, I would just hit you older. I don't know. I would hit you so much you would get older. So hopefully that will happen.
Now, Pannie, are you 23 years of age?
I'm turning 23 in December.
23 in December. So you're only young yourself, but obviously your opponent's young too. She's only 19. I wanted to ask, do you believe her age will play a factor in the fight, positive or negative?
Well, the age difference between us isn't that big because usually I fought like women like 30 plus or something, and that's a big difference because they're like their muscles are like so how do you say it? They're like fully grown, okay? And I'm still growing, and she is too. So it's like we are pretty even, no? So this is the first time I'm actually fighting somebody that's younger than me. So I don't think it will make that much difference.
I noticed on your Twitter the other day, Pannie, you was asking for the fans to select an outfit for you. Have you managed to narrow down which outfit you're going to be wearing in your fight with Agnieszka?
Maybe.
Maybe keeping it a secret?
Maybe.
Are you going to keep it a secret till fight night?
I think so. So. Yeah.
What's going to happen with the sponsors then? Are you going to have to like put on the sponsors a bit late notice? Like, in fact, how do you actually put your sponsors on? Do you put them on yourself? Do you get like the stickers and then you stick them on? I actually don't know how all that stuff works.
No, actually, one of my old coaches, he owns like a printing company, so I print all my stuff there. So this is gonna be fun to see what I'm getting this time.
Your last fight, I watched one of your interviews with Front Row MMA. Obviously, I watched them a lot. Good job there, Steve. You touched upon that. You was very nervous before you walked out. Was that because it was your Cage Warriors debut? Was that, I don't know, are you always like that before you come out for a fight? Obviously, you said that you talked to your coach, you said it's okay, you can lose first round, and you felt calm. What was the nerves about there, Pannie?
I think I was nervous because we were like, our whole camp was getting prepared for like Alexander Book. And then we got another opponent just like a week and a half before. The game plan didn't really change, but you have to get a new mindset, you know. And you know, I was nervous because I was making my Cage Warriors debut in a whole other country and everything. So yeah, but it was nothing. It was just a normal feeling. I had it before, so it was nothing new.
Are you normally like that though? Do you normally start off slow? Because you seem to start off a little bit slow. Then as soon as you got into the fight, you basically just overwhelmed your opponent. So is it quite common for you to start off slow and then really come into the fight after like a few minutes in?
I usually get better further the rounds go. So I usually don't win the first round. I don't know how it's gonna turn out this time, but I usually want to like feel out my opponent, but I still want to be like keep the center of the cage. I just knew against Megan that I would get thrown a lot in the first round. I had a feeling, so.
I believe that was a downfall, though, to be honest with you, because it allowed you to get on top and take her back. So in the end, judo was a bit of a downfall, to be honest with you.
Yeah, her judo was actually better than the judoka I fought last year. Milana, that's in the UFC.
Yeah, I want to attempt to pronounce the name.
I know this. Milana Judeva. Okay, yeah. Her judo was actually more explosive. It was better. But I usually know how to fight grapplers and judokas because I can use my MMA better.
I found something out the other day, Pannie. You tried it for the Ultimate Fighter 18. I was unaware of this last time I spoke to you. That was the Tate versus Rosie season. Just what was the process you went through, and how far did you get?
Well, I went pretty far, but just like it didn't make it to the end. But it was a fun experience going out there and seeing all the girls that you see, like that you saw in Strikeforce and Invicta and stuff like that, and you felt like you belonged there. So level wise, so it was a big experience. I'm bringing that home.
Are you sort of glad in a way because now you get to fight for a fairly big title in the world of MMA? Cage Warriors is a very decent promotion. Some would argue number 3, possibly number 2. If you ask Graham Boylan, he'll say number 2. I watched a recent interview where he said he was number 2. Certainly, he's got plans to be number 2 in the next year or two, at least. They're building on the women's bantamweight division. So, really, instead of going to the UFC and being on the undercards and midcards, this could actually work out better. You're on Channel 4 now in the UK. That's a very big channel, very major network. So, really, if you become the champion, you can become the face, the name there. You can start knocking off challengers. You really don't need to be in the UFC. So, do you sort of think it worked out better for you that you stayed, that you didn't get into the house and that you went to Cage Warriors?
I mean, I don't. I wouldn't mind getting on the show. Of course not. But I think everything happens for a reason. So, it wasn't my time then. I know that I'm on the same level as the UFC girls, but I just think my home right now is at Cage Warriors, so I'm not complaining at all. So I'm just gonna try to get my belt and defend it, and we'll see what happens later. But I'm a Cage Warrior, so I'm happy about that.
I like the ring to that. I'm a Cage Warrior. Right, Pannie, to round up the interview, a message for your opponent, please.
A message for my opponent. Be fucking ready. It's gonna be a 5-round war. I'm hoping for it to be 5 rounds.
Before we leave, Pannie.
5 rounds. I want to show that I can do 5 rounds.
Pannie, before we leave, sponsors, thanks. Fire away.
6U, Sturdy Rebel, FNF, KO Store, CrossFit Malmo, Villian. I think that's it for now. And thank you to all my fans out there, especially thanks to my Persian fans. They've been really supportive during this camp. And thank you all.
Okay, as always, thank you for watching.